Hello there, good evening, Theimmigrants.ie. We are back on the air again, and we have another talk show today, and we have a very special guest here today. But before I go to that, I better introduce my colleague Bharat over here, and he's we are the co-initiators for this, the Immigrants.ie, and we also have Vijay who did the cameras today, and also Jessica to help him out just in case he deviates. Now, we have a very special guest here, and I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Just say who you are, what you like, why you're here, really.
Okay.
Okay, may I shake your hand? It's a pleasure. Thank you kindly.
Welcome to the Immigrants.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Now, please go ahead.
So my name is Shal, or full name is Shalom Osiadi. Everybody calls me Shal. I am a 25-year-old data scientist and entrepreneur, and I have been living in Ireland since I was 9.
So,
very brief description.
Yes, I like that. Scientist.
Yeah, data scientist.
Yes. Can I shake your hands again? Okay, thank you. Now, guys, look, I'm a scientist now. All right.
An entrepreneur.
Yes.
Well, yes, I'm glad you said that because we have to share everything.
Yes.
We have to share everything. Now, tell me something. All right, are you working at the moment?
Yes, I do. I work for the ESP.
Oh, very good, very good. And how long have you been with them so far?
Since 2015.
So I'm sure you're quite happy there. And you'd also, I know Bharat, we were talking about, what people would like to do, to aspire. What did you say to me just now? Is aspirations?
Aspirations, yeah.
Yes.
Future goals, where we want to go. Yeah, so the thing is, right, it was interesting, so you said data scientist.
Yes.
I mean, is that a new terminology?
It's not necessarily. I think the term data science has only been coined really in the past 5-6 years. Before it was more data analytics. But as big data became more needed and more popular, the need to be able to transform and use that data in different ways became more and more important to organizations, and I think that's where the term data scientist came from. This is all personal opinion.
Oh yeah, yes, this is all about
pages behind any of that. Or,
There's no science that's going to verify it.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it.
So really, you're an analyst?
Yes.
All right, hey, that's for the common folk, like, is an analyst, a data analyst. Yeah. All right, that's great. So where would you like to go from here now?
Well, my primary goal really is to, but to solidify my entrepreneurship companies that I've sort of founded in Ireland, and that's my primary goal. I mean, data science is great for a day job, but my passion is tech. My passion is building. My passion is problem solving. My passion is companies and entrepreneurships.
Entrepreneurship, interesting. You said couple of ideas, couple of companies?
A couple, yes.
So you can maybe explain one?
Yes.
Okay.
So at the moment I'm the co-founder and CTO of a company called GlohUp. What we do is we make technological products for the beauty industry, specifically for the freelance beauty industry, and SME, so small to medium salons, salon software, and we basically bridge the gap between freelance beauticians and hairdressers and makeup artists, nail technicians, whatever you can think of, and clients. We noticed that my co-founder actually noticed that there was a massive gap between people who were seeking beauty services and people who were providing beauty services, and they didn't have a surefire way to get in touch with each other. There was no sort of yellow pages where you could go and find.
Yes, of course.
So that's where the idea for GlohUp was born, and so we started to work on that. And 6 months in, we're doing.
Is there a website?
There is, yes. So there's both a website and an app. The website we're currently rebranding, so our website is under reconstruction, but you can still go down and stick your email address in to be notified when we relaunch. It's www.GLOHUP.com.
GlohUp, that's great. This is interesting.
New name. I like the name.
Yeah, even the concept is interesting because even Facebook, when I go in, right?
Yeah.
I see. I'm not into the ladies' salon stuff, but then still, if you go in, you see some freelancers advertising about appointments and that kind of stuff.
Yes, yes.
So I was that never kind of struck me that yes, there could be one platform that could be built to connect the clients and them, so that it is actually, that's a great idea.
From the suppliers, the clients, and the stakeholders in it.
Yes.
So, okay, I like the way you said beauty services. Okay, so that's it. You're going to beautify yourself, right? Okay. Now, when you're talking about this, right? What would be your next step to beautify your own empire now, your little empire that you started off?
Well, I guess number one is expansion.
Yes.
Getting as many users on the platform, and actually verifying that the service that the platform is providing is not only beneficial to both customer and client, but it's also, you know, we're currently and constantly evolving the product and making it better, and we're adding a lot of new features that can basically, it'll eradicate the need for a salon, and I think that's the end goal for GlohUp.
Okay, so what you're really saying is you're motivating people to, you know, it's like a little bit of a cottage industry at home, and then you're wiping out the SMEs out there. Well, you see the paradox of contradiction? No.
You always have a mission. Not necessarily. I think the main, I think GlohUp's main aim is to boost entrepreneurship within the beauty industry. You know, like before we even started this, I had friends that were hairdressers and barbers and so on, and the wage that they would make per week in their day jobs would be nothing compared to what they would make by themselves. But because they didn't have the customer base, they couldn't actually uphold that, you know, freelance status. They needed a day job to consolidate their wages. So if they had something like GlohUp, I think, you know, there would be no need for them to take a 9-to-5 in somebody else's salon. So yeah, being your own boss is the goal really, and that's what we're trying to do with GlohUp. That's
fabulous. I think you're a boss yourself now, and you're making a few more people who can be bosses.
Yes, exactly. So that's beauty in what you're doing, right? Now tell me something.
Yes.
What about those people? Okay, you know, when they have these small businesses, and you know, you got to learn the skills, the trade, the tricks of the trade, and everything else. Now, if you're at home, now you'll have to start somewhere. Do you also advertise? Do you link up with colleges as well or schools? And then, you know, you just have that big link.
Yeah.
And so far, I just want to ask you, your customer base at the moment, are they all ethnic minority groups?
So it's quite diverse at the moment.
All right, that's good.
Our customer base is a mix between Irish, Middle East, African, and also Eastern European.
Eastern European.
Yeah, so it's quite a diverse mix. I mean, there's no limit to, or there's no, I would say, specific race for a makeup artist. There's no specific gender for a barber. Excuse me. But at the moment, it's currently all just it's a random mix of everybody. And yes, in terms of the partnerships that you were saying, yeah. So I mean, in order to get them from the ground up, we've actually partnered with a lot of beauty schools in Dublin.
All right.
And hoping to roll that out across the rest of the country as well. So when these girls and guys graduate from their beauty colleges, they automatically have a platform to work.
Wow. So I mean, you're actually giving people a bit more of maybe it's a loose word, giving them, inspiring them with the what do you call entrepreneurship.
Yes.
You know, that people who lack the motivation.
Yeah.
So you're really motivating from this, which is really I mean, this is what how life has changed.
Technology is the new king.
Is that the new DNA in the new generation, Millennium X kids?
Yeah.
Is it entrepreneurship or is it?
I think so. I think one thing that we've actually, I had this conversation with my co-founder last week. One thing that we've realized is that our parents' generation, it was more, their dreams were more to get a steady job, stay there, get promoted, and feed your family.
That's a comfort zone.
That's happiness to them. But for us, because we've realized that the world is such an sorry, I'm losing my thought.
It's
so
so big yet so small.
Exactly. There are so many opportunities for you to become your own boss, and basically for you to find your own place in the world, in any sector, in any industry. So yeah, really, that's, I think, to answer your question, yeah, that's the millennial goal.
Goal, yeah, that's
It's a completely new generation anyway, you know, because I mean we all into high tech and you know different type. The world runs in a different gear altogether at the moment. Now tell me something. You also say okay, you're based here now in Ireland. Now do you have any links with any of the foreign countries, say like Nigeria or Europe or any other countries that you're having a database now so that we can all, in case they bypass you and go straight to the other person?
So do you mean in a personal perspective or just
both?
From both?
Yeah.
So on a personal level, yes, I have family in the UK, I have family in Spain, Germany, and America, and London. Yeah, I said the UK already. But yeah, primarily most of my family would be back home in Nigeria. For GlohUp, because GlohUp is such an early stage, we're yet to make those connections, but we're getting there.
We're getting there, very good.
Give us a while.
I mean, fair play. So in fact, I'm sure you'll be inspiring many of our viewers.
That's actually.
And I mean, you're a colleague of Godfrey. Yeah. Godfrey James is not well at the moment, so he has not been able to attend some of our talk shows. But he's also one of our co-founders, and just like to wish him well and get well soon. And all our other members who are all over the place at the moment. But I like to say, it's very, very inspiring. Okay, we are the other words, inspiring, motivation, coaching, training, pushing, forcing, persuading.
Because I like the words he used, right? He said like, the previous generation were going with the work and they were studying things and the progress, and it is hard for the new youngsters coming along to understand what options we have. So this is fabulous that you have a direction, you wanted to do this and you're getting there. So which is good. Which is good.
So what would you, just before we go, what would you like to say to our viewers today?
Follow your dreams, really.
Follow your dreams.
I was lucky enough that my parents were always very supportive of me, and they actually empowered me with the tools when I was younger to follow this entrepreneurship dream of mine. Until today, they're my biggest fans and my biggest advocates.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So I think honestly, it's just no matter what it is you want to do deep down, just do it, because there's no point you sticking with something you don't really enjoy for the rest of your life. It's torture.
That's really brilliant. And talking about dreams, follow your dreams. Do you know that on the 27th of May is Africa Day in Family House?
Oh, sweet.
All right. So now we're going to recruit you to come with us because we are going to be there covering events on that day. And we also need, we are a voluntary organization anyway. Everybody gives us, gives their own time, and we are working around the clock. Only about 2 months old, and we've already done quite a lot of work, in all honesty. And of course, since you're an entrepreneur, you're looking for sponsorships.
Yeah.
So, and I would actually like to say, somebody did sponsor us today, but we need more.
Exactly. And I think we also have a great audience built up already. We are there only for 2 months. We haven't launched officially. We're building the team. But for the videos and the talk shows, we kicked off the talk show and stuff like that. And some videos, we cover the events. We actually have 10,000 viewers.
There you go. So we've got 10K, thank you.
And our first sponsor coming on board.
Yes.
And then, you know what, we should actually partner in with your entrepreneurship idea, because you have a network of immigrants. You see the number of countries you're talking about.
Yes.
That's all what this is about.
That's all it is at the end of the day.
So it's a collaboration.
Collaboration, and there's communication without conflict.
Yes.
You see, that's,
most important.
Yes, and that is the thing that we like to promote. You go relate with people and all the words will come out. But now I like to say to you, hopefully you'll be able to join us for Africa Day.
Absolutely.
And we need more volunteers, and we have to say thank you to THR that will be able to cover the event. And there'll be a few of us coming on board. And I'm sure that we'll have a wonderful day, no weather, bad weather. And we, Bharat, myself and Vijay were down there today in Malahide for the international cricket match, Ireland against Pakistan. but unfortunately it poured down. So, but we were there for a different purpose too. We went there to raise funds for the for children.
Travelers.
Sorry?
Yeah, Lord Travelers.
The Lord Travelers, and also for the disabled children and special needs. So we really did, and it's been a passion of mine all over the years helping them, and I'm glad that we did raise a good amount actually today. We know the end result one of these fine days, and I'd like to say thank you for inviting us to actually raise some awareness about that organization and the charity work we've done. And I got to really say thank you to Vijay and Bharat for keeping us company. And from then on, I'd like to say thank you to my dear friend here. And Bharat, you did a great job today. As always, our team, somehow or other, we still do many things together. So please God, we'll be seeing you shortly. And we'll definitely meet you in Africa Day 2018 on the 27th of May in Family House. So be there. And it's also my mother's birthday. It's Vijay's parents' anniversary, and we have a new website.
We had Joanna's birthday.
Yes, and so a lot of things happening. All these birthdays, So I'd like to say thank you to everybody. And from the Theimmigrants.ie, goodbye. God bless. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Thank you.